All right. We're gonna go down here and see if we can't find a trout or something. Maybe got the shotgun, maybe come across a quail or a chucker. Those are tasty little birds. And if we catch a couple trout, might go throw sturgeon line in for a little bit and build a fire. Oh, look at that. That's a nice one. Pretty new too. Pretty clean. Look at that. Sweet. That's how I get most of my crankbaits. Find them down here on the river. Got nothing earlier, so come to a different spot. And what I'm gonna do is try to go get bait to maybe catch a sturgeon. But the only bait I got to catch any bait is some old corn and some shrimp. So we're gonna run 3 hooks on a high-low rig and see if I can't get something to bite that. To go get some sturgeon bait, maybe, just maybe, attempt to catch a sturgeon. But we'll see. Be pretty cool to finish the year out with a sturgeon on the line. But if I don't, I don't care. It's just nice to be outside when down here where it's a lot warmer. Not up there amongst all the snow and wind and cold and but it's I've been kind of enjoying some of that cold anyways. Been out squirrel hunting, snowshoeing. Been kind of fun. See if we can't get any bait. See, that whole hillside got burnt this last summer, but it's all starting to grow again. Only way I can tell you can see up there some black spots, but it's all starting to turn green. Hopefully we can catch, just a fish. As you know, this will be the last fish for me for the year. All right, here we go. Okay, we'll see what happens. I'm happy with a chisel mouth too. I don't care. Seriously? Nope, there's a fish on there. Thought I was hung up. Yep. As suspected. Chisel mouth. this time of year, these things are pretty common to catch. They look like a whitefish, but they're not a whitefish. No adipose fin. Whitefish have an adipose fin. And these mouths are a lot bigger. If you look at their mouths, a whitefish is a lot smaller of a mouth. And they call them a chisel mouth. They have a little plate right up inside their mouth. And they get on the rocks and then they pick at the algae off the rocks. So these things really aren't horrible for your ecosystems. A lot of people think they eat eggs, which I'm sure they do. As does a sturgeon, a trout, a bass. They eat salmon, steelhead eggs, bass eggs. They all eat all the eggs. So they're not horrible for your ecosystem. Just like a sucker, you know, all the moss and algae at the bottom of your river, where do you think it goes? It would just pile up if there wasn't other fish down there eating it. And this is one of them. And I've ate them. They're really not horrible. But today he's going to become bait. We'll flip it out and see for a minute long, one more time, see if something else comes up. So we can get another one or whatever, you know. Oh, looks like I got something else on there. We'll go find out. Probably another chisel mouth. And a tongue up. There it comes. Yep. But you know, they are kind of fun to catch. And that was just on a couple pieces of corn. Hey, still not a bad sized fish, and they're fun. I don't mind catching them. But I already got bait, so I'll let this guy go. So this is what we got. I got asked not too long ago. I think my brother asked me about this. Or I said something to him, but I don't remember. So I got a rock. And you're required to have a slider sinker. Slider. With a leader down to your weight. Sure. Leader down to your weight. And I got a 120-pound braid. All that's, you know, required. And then I got, that's 80-pound mono, but what you were talking about is these peg floats. I buy these peg floats and I use them for catfishing and sturgeon fishing. So when you bring up your weight tight to your swivel, this actually floats up. So this will float up off the bottom. And it'll kind of look like that, and your bait will be dangling down below that. You can move this to closer to your weight, which will bring you closer to the bottom, or closer to your hook, which will bring you further up off the bottom. And I'm finding that it's actually helping a lot getting my bait up off those rocks. There's a lot of, this bottom is pretty rocky. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of crevices out there, and I think sometimes that bait gets down in those crevices and fish this. Well, I'm hacking up, headed home. It's New Year's Day, so I'm going to go home and spend the rest of the day with the kids that have got at home and Trisha and everybody. So, but that'll be the last fish I catch on this channel because I'm going to rename. And I've been doing a few other things besides fishing. And with the name of the channel, I try not to put too much on there that doesn't pertain to fishing. But I've been doing a lot of squirrel hunting, deer hunting. I'm going to do some turkey hunting this spring. And I got into learning to brain tan. And I'm working on learning to bark tan. So I kind of want to be able to put that on there too. So I think I'm going to rename it and go a little bit of a different direction. I still do a lot of fishing, but I want to be able to put that stuff on there as well. Work on that in the next couple weeks. So that's the end of that. I'm going to head on home, back up through the snow. It's been nice down here out of the snow and some nice weather. So catch you next time. Thanks for watching.